I'm talking today about different experiences you're having with energy. Some of you have been experiencing this for many, many years. You understand what energy is. You understand when it's flowing through your body. You understand the physical experiences that you have with energy. And there is a lot of other people that are just waking up, becoming more conscious, becoming more aware, and starting to feel things that feel very, very strange to them, and they're not sure whether there's something physically wrong with them, as in a health problem, or if it's a spiritual problem. And I'm going to talk today about what I have experienced myself. So if I explain to you what I've been through, it may help you understand what you're going through as well. We're all going to have different experiences. Not everybody is the same. I just know that when I first started to experience these things, I thought there was something physically wrong with me, and ended up going to the doctor to get MRIs and CAT scans, and I had every test known to man. I thought there was, like, I was going to have an epileptic fit, or I was going to pass out, or I had a brain tumor. Everything in my head was, there was this reaction in my brain. And I kind of thought it was spiritual. I thought it was to do with the connecting of the energy, but just to make sure, I did go and get all my tests done and make sure there was nothing there and everything was fine. And the more I understood that when energy is going through your body, you will feel very, very different physically. So I'm going to share some things with you today. I've been getting a few messages and hearing of different people that are experiencing some very, very weird things, and it is frightening, because you don't really feel like you have control over what's coming through you. So on the basic level, there is a lot more tiredness. You might just, for no particular reason, you just feel extremely tired, and you just want to sleep all the time, or you're sleeping longer. You're sleeping lots of little frequent naps. Just feeling very tired, feeling very, very unmotivated, like you don't even want to be here anymore, and you're not even sure what you're doing here. You don't even know what your purpose is, and it's like this feeling of you're searching for something and you don't even know what you're searching for. That is a feeling that lasts as, it's like your conscious mind is allowing your ego to have a rest, so then it can work out what's coming up next. From being really, really tired to suddenly having bursts of energy, and you don't even know where it came from. You're jumping around and you've got heaps and heaps of energy. To also wanting to just retreat away from people. People can be annoying to you, or you just don't want to be around anybody else's energy, and you just want to go like a hermit. You just want to go back into your own little space, stay on your own, not engage with people, just like you want to just hold your energy in for yourself. All perfectly fine, whatever you are going through. Vivid dreams. Lots and lots of people are experiencing vivid dreams, dreams of their past, bringing up people from the past that they haven't seen in years, that are showing up in dreams, and the dreams are not making sense when you try and rationalise what you just dreamt. Vivid dreams is happening a lot with people. You also may notice, I was talking to someone the other day who has exploding head syndrome, where you are asleep and you hear explosions which wake you up. It's like just in your head. There's also when you've astral travelled and left your body in your sleep, and you come back way too quick, and you fall into your body very, very fast, and then you actually jolt yourself in bed. Some really quite severe physical symptoms that I've gone through myself, and I've been hearing of other people that are starting to go through this now. For a very long time, I would get like a pop in my head. It was always just here, and it would pop. But it only ever happened when I was standing with somebody. So if I was on my own, if I'd spent 5 days on my own, nothing happened. And the moment I was in the company of somebody, and I was not family members, this was more friends or people I'd met in a shop, I would start to feel their energy as like I was filtering their energy. And I can feel it coming from them and into me. And if I was standing with anybody who is an anxious person, who has a high nervous system, my head would pop while I was standing in their presence. And because it's well known that empaths and highly sensitive people have a very complex central nervous system. There's so many empaths that will suffer from gut issues like irritable bowel syndrome and anxiety and depression, because you're not only filtering your own energy, but you're filtering the energy of other people. So if you notice, when you can be at home, like on your own, in your own space, and have no symptoms at all, and the minute you get to sit with somebody who's an anxious type person, who's highly strung, who has a lot of problems, who creates dramas, your system will start to upset because you're filtering their energy from their body. You're filtering it through your own body and you're sending it back. It's like you're a cleanser, but you're the one feeling the physical symptoms. So take notice of who, because some people you're with, it won't happen with, it'll only happen with certain people. So you might experience a pop in your head. There's another sensation is when you're standing there and suddenly you feel as though the floor has just given way and you're standing on nothing, like a cavern of space. Now, this used to happen to me a lot right before there'd be an earthquake in the world. So I would always I can feel electricity through the earth. So, if you were standing outside near a Stobie pole and you're standing on an electrical current, you can feel that coming up through your feet. I can feel that anywhere. I'll be just standing in a certain place and I can feel energy under my feet in the earth. And when it gets really, really strong and the earth falls away in front of me, like I feel like if I felt like if I looked down, there would be nothing there, just a black hole. Right after that happens, a day or two after that happens, there's usually a massive earthquake in the world. So if you're experiencing the earth, feeling like you're unsteady on your feet, like there's electricity going through your feet into your body, like the ground just opened up to swallow you, but you're physically on the ground. If you experience any of that, you are connecting to the energy center of the earth. And quite possibly when you experience it, you'll hear of an earthquake happening within a very short space of you feeling that. Another thing is this frequency sound that comes into your ears, and it's like a radio station that is off its station, and it's just like that. It starts off as a very, very light sound, and it comes and goes in waves when it first starts. As you get more in tune, it's always there. You can start to tune it to different frequencies. And like just recently when I left home for 4 days, the whole 4 days that I was out of my house, I did not hear that sound in my ear. It was absolute bliss. There was nothing. It was just total quiet. I got home and within 5 minutes of me being in my house, I said to the kids, "What the hell was that noise?" It was so loud. The frequency was so loud, but I've got so used to it in the house. I'm so used to the sound and the constant buzzing. I sort of noticed it really, really loud when I got back into the house. I feel like the more you notice the sound that's coming into your ear, this frequency, the more you can tune it, because I've realised I can actually manipulate the frequency to tune it so I can hear what I'm supposed to be hearing, and that's the transmission of different messages. What else is happening is a lot of people have got sinus problems. I'm not sure why, but there is obviously a lot of breathing problems with COVID. And I noticed from 2015, 16, 17, 18, there was a lot of people with sinus infections, and a lot of highly sensitive people are getting sinus infections. And I started to wonder if we are in some way filtering the airways of helping people that are having all these breathing issues with the COVID that was going to come through, because that's all connected to the respiratory system. So yes, there's a lot of psychics have asthma. A lot of highly intuitive people have asthma and have had it all their life. For some reason, there is some connection there with empaths, clairvoyants, psychics that also have asthma. Another thing that people are experiencing is this total loss of time. Sometimes it only lasts for 10 minutes. Like you suddenly, when you go driving and you're always concentrating on the road, but sometimes you leave, if you're going on the same path every day in the car, you leave home and then you get to where you're going and you think, how did I just get here? Like you don't actually remember driving there. You just went there in automatic pilot. That space where you are not thinking about anything. You're just you're aware of what's around you, but you're also in a different space consciously. That is happening a lot more to people, and sometimes it's lasting for 10 minutes, and then you suddenly realise, I haven't actually been thinking about anything for a little while, or I've just given my brain a rest, or I went into another space and forgot where I actually was. And sometimes it's happening for longer, like an hour. When you're in that space, that's the same space that I go in when I'm channeling messages. I put myself in that space. You're just going into that space without really thinking about it. And another thing that people are noticing a lot is flashes of blue or flashes of colour. So just catching out of the corner of your eye, noticing a flash, thinking somebody's there, especially blue, because I get visited by the blue people a lot. They have a shape of a person, but they only have eyes, and they've been coming. They always come. There's not just one. There's always a group of blue people that come. They've been coming for probably 5 years, and I notice a lot of other people are starting to see the blue colour and the blue people. A lot of white flashes, and just this knowing, like you just know something is going to happen, or you might see somebody and go, I know something about them, but you keep it to yourself, and then something happens with them and you were right. You knew it. So many people are waking up their intuition, waking up their awareness, waking up their conscious thinking. You're not going crazy. If you feel anything really, really weird, or you're seeing weird things, it's not your imagination. It's you tapping into a new way of seeing things yourself, because it's all around us. Energy is absolutely everywhere, and what you're doing is tapping into it. And you'll only if you get frightened by something, generally you will block yourself from seeing it again, or your guides won't give you anything more because they feel like you're being a bit overwhelmed by it all. When you let go of the fear and you just allow yourself to experience whatever is going to come through, you will start to see so much more. So much more. So I'd love for you to share with me what you're experiencing, if you're getting the head popping, if you're getting the vivid dreams, tiredness, needing to drink a lot more water, feeling the electricity in the ground, or feeling the earth moving under your feet. I'd love to hear what you're experiencing with all this shift in the energy, and I hope you have a fantastic day.